What's up, everyone? I wanted to hop on here and talk about how the seasons are changing very fast and it's getting colder and colder month by month, and we can take advantage of this. So one of the things that I worked on last winter was going into the cold plunge every single day for 30 days straight. And I did this while it was snowing out. And it was brutal because I didn't work up to it. So one of the things that you can do is go into a cold shower right now, tonight, tomorrow morning, and go for 30 seconds. Once you could do this and you could breathe normal, start to crank it up to a minute and then 90 seconds. This doesn't have to be all in one day. It could be over a course of weeks. Then at 90 seconds, what you can do is eventually go into something like a cold plunge, because you're going to build your nervous system up slowly. It's very dramatic and intense if you just put yourself in ice cold water right away. So start with the shower and then gradually get into ice cold water. And what this is going to do is exercise your nervous system. So your breathing is going to become much more calm in intense situations. This is really good for fighters, for martial artists, because we have to breathe under intense circumstances. It's also going to help with your mental strength, your resiliency. And that is because the amount of presence that you need in order to make it through a 5-minute cold plunge, that's eventually what you want to work it up to, is going to be intense. And it takes time to navigate that presence and getting in alignment with yourself, like right away. And it's one of the things that puts you in a very present state rapidly. Go into the cold and see how fast your mind begins to sharpen and become solely focused on your breath, right? And then eventually, when you get to a higher level in the cold plunge, you can heat your body by slowing your breath down and dropping into that present state. And it's super, super important to become healthier on every single level. I highly recommend you starting off with a cold shower, and you could do that right now today, right? It's free. And then when you're ready, you could get a trough, you could get a big garbage can and wait till it snows or put ice in it yourself and hop in there. It will do you so much service to take the time and develop this skill. And one of the things that I'll leave you with is that a lot of times we look for teachers in books and people in institutions, but our teachers can go beyond that. And they could be cold, they could be heat, and they could be certain types of medicines to help us tap into ourself and bring us out of our critical thinking process and bring us deeper into our bodily awareness. This is super important for navigating through your own inner wounding, your own inner traumas, and it's going to teach you 1,000 different lessons that a book never will. And that's the most important thing, is that you tap into these things that can put the mirror on yourself and show you where you could become better. And I guarantee you that your nervous system is not even going to be able to know how to operate when you first go in the cold. But this is where we train ourselves. We become better and better and calmer over time. And eventually you'll start to crave it. And when you don't cold plunge or you don't have the cold, it's almost your body's gonna feel like, what's going on? It's not gonna even feel normal without it. And that's a pretty cool place to get to. So start with the cold shower, eventually take the cold plunge, and make it your challenge this winter to get good with the cold plunge. You will thank yourself later for it.